Well, here we are again, and I say we because,
bam!
Right there, we got up early with the goal to be here at 9 a.m. to ride Flight of Passage. Plans did not go as was planned. We're here more like 9:30, so it's waiting in line time, yay! So pretty! So pretty! Hey Brian.
Yes?
While we wait in line, I have a song to sing.
What song is that, Dave?
I gotta sing the Doom song now!
Doom da doom da doom da doom 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 da doom da doom 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 de doom doom da doom 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 da doom doom da doom doom da doom 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 da doom da doom 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 da doom da doom 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 da doom da doom doom da doom 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 da doom doom doomy 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 doom 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 da doom 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 da doom 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 da doom 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 doom. The end. Ooh, what's that? So we arrived here in Animal Kingdom around 9:30, and we've only gone on one attraction, which is Flight of Passage. And right now, what time is it?
It's like 5:45 in the p.m.
The sun's just starting to set.
Yeah.
Should be dark pretty soon.
But we made it. We did it. And no, really, it's not even 12. The line was not so bad. I found this to be a really neat ride. I found the Navi River journey boring. I know it's a neat ride and it's like very pretty to look at, and there's a cool song in there, but this if you're a hardcore Avatar fan, do both. If you just kind of like Avatar, definitely do Flight of Passage. And then if you're not really interested in the river journey, okay, cool, you can skip that.
I think I would say that the Flight of Passage is kind of like stuff at Harry Potter, Wizarding World of Harry Potter, where you don't have to be a fan of the source material to enjoy it.
Right, sure.
Navi River Adventure, I would think so, because I was not a fan of the movie and I was not a fan of the ride. So
it's pretty, but there's a whole lot of nothing going on in River Journey. Now, however, Flight of Passage there's a lot of going on. There's a lot to look at. You could probably ride this ride 5 times and see something different every time. There's a lot to look at. Like everywhere you look, there's something going on.
I think the motion simulation works really, really well. It's very, very immersive, and it times with the screen pretty well. And you really do feel like you're moving up and down and around. Mm-hmm. And it's even move in ways that the bird would move. Instead of just smoothly up and down, it's up, down, a little up, down, a little bit up, as if you're on the wings. So
I did like the Navi mosh pit on the beach. That was fun to look at.
And I feel like when I went on, I feel like I smelled ocean spray. Yeah. Which is pretty neat.
And you definitely, it's a definite 4D experience. Like there's, wind and spray and all kinds of stuff going on.
And I think I mentioned this before, but if you're afraid of heights, you don't go up at all. It's all simulated heights. Like I'm afraid of heights, but I was fine because I know it's all simulated.
Yeah.
But there are some who would get nervous. Like I get nervous watching other people doing crazy thing in heights, but I was fine. So it doesn't guarantee that everyone's gonna be good, but if you're afraid of heights, you might still be all right. So now we're on to we'll show you because we're not sure yet either, but we're probably leaving Animal Kingdom. So Brian and I are going to try, and hopefully not cry, this food place here in Pandora. Alright, so this is the chicken and beef bowl for those who can't decide which one they want, with rice. The sauce, unfortunately, is basically salad dressing. Kind of weird, but sure. We both got sweet teas, but you can get other beverages. You just get a cup. Brian has
the sliced grilled beef, the red potato and sweet potato hash.
He had hash.
This is blueberry mousse and green onion vinaigrette.
Ooh, look at him with the half half sun, half, well, not anymore. As I say, your face is almost, but it's kind of over a little bit. Part sun, part moon. It's like a crescent. So, we both think this is pretty good. Actually, it's quite good. Not too expensive. This is what's left of his. He had my Nat King coleslaw. I didn't really need the sauce because between the meat and the rice, I think there's plenty of flavor. Since I don't eat slaw, he volunteered to consume it for me. And now we're all waiting for the mousse, which looks like it's out of Dr. Seuss.
It does actually, but
Mousse on the loose.
the prices are good here and the portions are good. It doesn't look like you're getting a lot, but it is.
So as you saw, we both have these cups. They don't actually give you the drink. They like a usual cafeteria. They don't have a freestyle machine, but here there are quite a few, of course, Coca-Cola products. Beverage choices here. Also, they have some honey for the tea, some sugar, obviously cream if you want coffee, because the coffee is right here. Even have hot chocolate and iced tea, sweet and unsweet. And they even have lemon if you want to put some actual lemon, real lemon in your tea. But they only have iced tea. They don't have hot tea. I thought maybe they would do because of the honey, but they do not. And now to set loose the mousse. Oh boy, we're gonna have one at a time. Now the second part. Gelatinous.
It's very sweet.
Oh, mousse always is. Now the Smurfy part.
This part isn't quite so sweet, which I like. It's very tasty. And it's as delicious as it looks. I don't know about you, but it looks awesome to me.
All right, we are headed off to the Magical Kingdom. We're at the Transportation and Ticketing Center. And then we're going to Epcot.
Yeah.
So that this guy can go see the Flower and Garden Festival. But first
I'm going to go on Splash Mountain. Dave's going to go shoot something.
Woo!
And we'll have a good time.
Do we have to?
All right, fine. We can have a mediocre time.
But I hope you guys watching are having a good time. And thank you for clicking on that ad. You did click on that ad, didn't you? It's not too late. So we came here to the Chamber of Commerce because Brian wanted a button that says...
I'm celebrating Splash Mountain.
I don't know if that's in focus or not. And then I decided to get a button. I'm celebrating wearing a button. Main Street, USA, not too bad today. Actually walkable. Stopping at Starbucks for some free water. How about a little trip into Tomorrowland? Fishies! Well, as always, little kids see cotton candy and they're like, Daddy, I want it, or Mommy or whatever. Daddy, I want some cotton candy, and of course the dad always gives in. Except for the difference is that little kid was me. And I gave in. I feel like they should sell model construction walls at theme park gift shops because they're such a part of theme parks. They're everywhere. So Brian, you're back from Splash Mountain.
Yes.
And I come bearing sort of gifts, something to share anyway.
What is zippity doo dah day?
Yes.
I've got pink and blue
as I'm
candy.
Going like this because I'm grabbing things. You have what?
I have pink and blue cotton candy.
All right. All right. Well, we went to see Tom Sawyer's Island.
Standing. Do not sit on the floor.
And
handrails. Parents want your kids along
We went to go see Tom Sawyer's Island, and
so I haven't been here since I was like 13 years old. So it was fun to come back here and see everything again. The one thing I was kind of disappointed about was in the one cave, I guess Injun Joe's cave, when you went over the bridge with the pit, you would hear him like down there, like going, oh. That was freaky when you were young, but it's disappointing it's gone. I don't know why it's gone. I remember a lot of things about this. I remember the jewels in that one cave, and I remember the bridge in the other cave. I remember the fort. So it's fun to come back here again. Especially if you haven't been back in a long time. This is pretty much untouched, except for like certain things.
Yep.
And if you ever grew up with Tom Sawyer, give this a check out. It's pretty cool.
Alright, you might remember I came in a previous video and showed you how to make your own custom magic band. So, let's see that process again, because I think this guy, poke, 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 is going to do that for himself. And we're going to do that here in the gift shop for Space Mountain. Here's some examples. I like this one, the Haunted Mansion with purple. Black and purple.
Oh yeah, that is pretty cool.
With a little bit of green. Especially if it glows in the dark. I don't think it does, but here is Jack Skellington. Sorry if the video has been out of focus. I just realized that I was a manual. Damn it.
I'm gonna probably lean for that.
Ah. See, I thought you're such a Nightmare Before Christmas fan.
Leaves, not bad.
Yeah, I was expecting that.
Mountain.
So he has chosen Splash Mountain. Now, what color will he pick? None, because he doesn't know where to tap. I'm gonna go with black, probably.
Well, you said not to go black because that shows up too much scuff.
Yeah, well, that's my experience.
So maybe red.
I don't know.
The gray looks kind of nice.
I don't think this works with purple. Blue works. Kind of.
I mean, I think that's the poster.
Purple works with Jack and like the Halloween stuff. Yeah. Check it out, the dance party is back. Doesn't look nearly as cool without the lights out. I mean, at night you can see the lights better. That's not very good dancing, Brian. Alright, there we go. Well, you know they wouldn't let me out of the park without witnessing this. Every time. Oh man, I cannot get... Sorry for the glare. The lens flare.
Hey, guess what? The party's not over yet, okay? Now we told you we shouldn't be dancing. Now it's time for us to play it. I need everyone to look at the
Alright, enough of that. Just wanted to show you that we were leaving the park and we still didn't miss this. Oh well, okay, well, we're gonna have a magical day. Off to Epcot. Flower and garden time.
Directly across from us on the far shore of the World Showcase Lagoon is our host pavilion. They are not permitted at Epcot, except in designated areas. Please consult your guide map or ask a guide.
We finally did it. Brian finally made it to Flower and Garden, or the Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival, here at Epcot. But first, we're going to journey into your imagination. Alright, I guess it's back to being called Journey into Imagination, not Your Imagination. But it's the same crappy remake of a great ride. But we're going anyway, I think. Yep. Now, the last time I was on this, there was seconds to go before they closed the door. Last time this guy tried to go on it.
I think the year was like 1992. So,
no, it was last time we were here.
Well,
you tried to go on it and it was closed.
Oh, yeah, it was closed,
you were supposed to say that.
I was actually on the ride.
I said last time you tried to go on it.
Oh, okay.
And you say, it was closed.
It was closed.
So this time it is unclosed. So we are now in the butterfly tent. Whites and
Sulfurs.
hopefully they don't smell like sulfur. So
Butterfly tents are always pretty cool. The place to get up close with butterflies, at least see them up close. And sometimes if you're lucky, they'll land on you.
someone told me last time I was in here that one landed on me, but I was busy looking at, trying to take a photo, and I didn't even know it.
You see, like, look at that.
Yeah. We still have to go to that place at Busch Gardens with the birds that we didn't get to, because I got to it, but then when Brian and I tried to go back, there was a thunderstorm.
Oh yeah.
And they were closed it down. So we went to Club Cool to have some soda, and we're gonna look around here in Flower and Garden. Now, you know, the last 2 times I was here, I had the Spaceship Earth cupcake. So, I mean, twice in a row, you know, I definitely will not be going to Starbucks to buy. Oh, they don't have it anymore. Well, there goes that idea. Maybe it's for the best. Well, just kidding. He's actually not going to get to experience Flower and Garden because we left and stood in line so long for Flight of Passage that we have to go home because there's nobody to walk our dogs. And to talk about a allowed journey, not forbidden journey, is Brian.
So, the last time I saw Journey into Imagination, it was the early 90s and I was a teenager. I knew it had been changed, I knew Eric Idle was part of it. I went in, and maybe it's because I don't remember a lot of the old version of the ride, or maybe it's because I wasn't expecting much. I kind of liked it. You know, I know a lot of the big fans are like, oh, no, it's terrible. It wasn't that bad. That final scene is actually really good. I liked all the Figment animatronics doing like different things, and you know, Eric Idle is a good actor, so like he's going to be good in pretty much anything he's in.
I just missed the guy on that weird contraption.
Yes, and I do remember like certain scenes from the old version where, you know, they're sitting together and, you know, like that guy doing like, and it wasn't like they were partners. They were like helping each other. This time Eric was like, no, Figment, you can't do that. Oh, watch me, Doc. And I thought it was pretty good. So if you've been avoiding it because you're like, whoa, it's not like the old way and I miss the old way, just give it a try. You know, I was surprised and I liked the ride. So, you know, a thumbs up for me.
Yeah, I just like the old version. I like that guy in the contraption, and that was all the fun of it. So, so unfortunately, we're cutting it short. If you have any comp passes that you want to donate, we will take them. And with that, thanks for watching this video all the way through, and please exit through the gift shop. No fireworks, unfortunately. Too early.